Welcome back to the Squirrel Heat YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying your summer, and if you're in the UK, I hope that you're also enjoying the current heat wave that we have right now. Now, if you're questioning why I'm wearing a hoodie, it's because I work with ovens most of the day through the work day, so I'm generally alright in this heat at the moment, but it is a little bit testing at times. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather. We are here probably to talk about what is in the title of this video, Joe Gomez. Why are we talking about Joe Gomez? I think that Joe Gomez this season is going to have a big season. I think it's going to be a big season of development for him. I think we're going to see, hopefully, much more of a first team role for him. And I think I'm going to tell you why as well. Not that I'm going to tell you why. I was going to tell you anyway. Let's just go with the fact that maybe Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, we don't sign another centre-back. Let's just play devil's advocate at the moment and we don't go and sign another centre-back. A lot of people would be concerned, and myself included, would be concerned if we were just going to go into this season with Van Dijk, Lovren, Klavan and Matip. Matip didn't have a very good season last year. Klavan getting on a little bit more in age and his ability it's questionable. He will run through brick walls for you, but even so, I don't think he'll make it through them all the time. I think he's a good player sometimes, not enough for us, and not that quality that we need at the back. Lovren and Van Dijk is the partnership at the moment, but Lovren can be a little bit suspect sometimes. He's been brilliant though, and I cannot question Lovren over the last couple of months. I really can't. Absolutely top draw, and he's been doing really well for his national team. Croatia, pretty sure that's right. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Joe Gomez comes into this for me because if you think about it, Joe Gomez, he's been played as, when he first came in, got played as a left back. He's come in, I think he's always wanted to be a centre-back first and foremost. He's been able to play at right-back, which meant that we had a very strong right side this season, just gone before his injury. Unfortunately, took him out of contention for the World Cup as well. You've got Joe Gomez, who can play right-back. It meant that we had 3 right-backs when Nathaniel Klein came back. 3 right-backs that were very capable, but 2 natural right-backs. Joe Gomez still fits the mould for me as a centre-back, and people will also most likely point out, but when he's played centre-back for us, he's not necessarily been the best. And while I would agree with that, you've got to give someone who's 19, 20 years old time to actually play that position, play with someone who's brilliant at it, someone who's a leader, a natural defender, brilliant, cool, calm and collected on the ball. You know I'm talking about Virgil van Dijk. He would be the perfect person for Joe Gomez to be an understudy to. He would be brilliant. He's an excellent defender, excellent for us. Since he's come in, while our defence hasn't been perfect, it has been so much better. I firmly believe we would not have been able to finish top 4 this season or get to a Champions League final without the presence of Virgil van Dijk. He can't do it on his own though. He's got to have that quality around him. Lovren has been that quality as well. Let's not mistake that either. He's been brilliant next to Van Dijk most of the time. But let's look to the future as well. We've got to look to the future here, and Joe Gomez, for me, if we aren't going to go and sign another centre-back, a high-quality centre-back, I've got firm belief that Joe Gomez could be that high-quality centre-back. He just needs to be given the time and the effort to develop. He needs to be able to be trusted to play that role as well. Not just be like, okay, you can play right-back, you can sometimes play centre-back. Make the decision. Because if we've got Nathaniel Klein fit, and we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold fit, we've got 2 brilliant right-backs there. 2 different types of right-back, but 2 brilliant ones as well. So you don't necessarily need a third. I would be saying, Joe Gomez, you're going to be our centre-back. You're going to be a centre-back. You're going to be back up to Lovren. You're going to be maybe back up to Van Dijk. But you're going to be our centre-back. And you will get game time as a centre-back. Pre-season, if he's ready for pre-season, that would be the perfect time to be able to get him into that role. There's going to be a lot of opportunities over pre-season, because let's not forget, while the World Cup is going on and it doesn't finish until the 15th of July, our pre-season starts on the 7th. So obviously we're not going to be seeing our big name stars and stuff like that, because some of them, I hope, especially our England ones like Henderson as well, I hope that they do go as far as they can in this competition if they get past Colombia. I really do hope that they can do that. And we're going to be looking at some of our other players. This stage of pre-season, the 7th, like from the 7th of July right up until just before, maybe a couple of weeks before the actual season starts, this is the small window for, say, people that are on the fringes, the youth team, people like that, to either make an impact, make themselves known to the first team squad and make themselves known to Jurgen Klopp that I want to be here, I'm going to try my best to be here? Or are the decisions going to be made for people to be sold? Are they going to be made to go out on loan? This is the window, really. Yes, we've got a transfer window and we can talk about that as well, but this is the window of opportunity for our younger players, our fringe players, to come in and say, I'm here and I want this position, and this is what I think Joe Gomez needs to do. Again, as long as he's fit and ready to do so, because I actually don't know when he's going to be fit and ready. If he is already fit and ready, I'm not sure. But if he's going to be ready for some part of pre-season, I hope he gets to make the impact, because I think he could be the person that steps up if we don't sign another centre-back. And I'm actually playing in the mindset that I don't think we will. And people might be like, we absolutely need to. And I'm like, I kind of agree, because I would like us to have a bit more of an upgrade on like Klavan and Matip. And if Matip can rediscover the form that why we actually wanted to get him in the first place, if he actually rediscovers that form in the first season he had with us, brilliant. I'm all for that, because then that means we've got 3 centre-backs that could be first-team starters, being Lovren, Matip and Van Dijk. However, I would also preemptively be thinking, is he going to rediscover that form? And if he isn't, what are we going to do about it? Because Klavan isn't going to be the person I'm going to be wanting to look at as being the permanent backup. He should be the backup to a backup. And Joe Gomez, for me, should be given that opportunity. We've got him for a reason. We have got him for a reason, and I think he has all the attributes to be a good centre-back, to be maybe even a great centre-back. I'm not going to say a world-class centre-back, because that's too much pressure on a young player. It really is. They should be allowed to make mistakes. Trent Alexander-Arnold has made his mistakes in the first team, but he's also grown so much in this past year with Liverpool. He's made mistakes. He has been culpable sometimes, along with the other defenders in our team, say for the Man United loss, where we lost 2-1. And it was balls over the top, and they were getting exposed on that right-hand side because Lovren wasn't also doing well in his defensive position, but Trent also didn't do very well in his either. Left himself exposed against Rashford. He's going to make mistakes, but he's developed so much more as well. You're going to see a much more improved Trent Alexander-Arnold next season, and that is what I want for Joe Gomez. I really want that so badly. The last thing I want is for him to have another season where he doesn't get much of a look in his preferred position, and eventually he might just throw his hands up and be like, this isn't for me. And I would be gutted if that happened. I really want to see someone like Joe Gomez come in. You see the attributes the lad's got. He's got a good amount of pace. He's a big physical presence. He's quite athletic as well. And I think if he's given the time to develop and really get himself into that role of being a centre-back, working obviously under Jurgen Klopp and the team, but working alongside someone like Van Dijk, who is a brilliant, experienced central defender, and he's excellent. He's the best one we've got. You get him working with someone like that, I think he could be the person that slots into our centre-back position. And that's all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to talk about our central defensive options, because I know that there's still murmurings of people wanting us to sign another centre-back, and I'm just thinking, what if we don't? What if we don't sign a centre-back? We've got one ready-made to be ready to, not necessarily to be a first-team starter, not to be a great defender straight away, but someone that can develop, and that is all I want. Pre-season is going to be key to that, if he can take part in pre-season. I should have looked at where he is in his injury history right now, but I didn't, so that's just where it is. I'm just assuming that he's going to have some form of participation in pre-season, and I really hope he does. I hope he gets a chance to stake down a claim to being one of our centre-backs, because we've got good right-backs. We've got brilliant right-backs in Arnold and Klein. I'd say give him the opportunity. I really do think that if anyone deserves an opportunity, I think it's not Trent Alexander-Arnold, sorry, it's Joe Gomez. He is the one that deserves this opportunity, and I hope that he manages to get it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic in the comments below. It's an interesting one for me, and I might do a couple of others on, say, some of the younger players and where they might stand, you know, when it comes pre-season and the start of our actual season as well. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know it in the comments below, and we'll have a discussion. I've missed having a discussion with you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, do hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Hit the bell notification so you get every notification of all my videos that I make. And thank you once again. I'll catch you later.